They carry messages through the city.
Now's your chance!
Is this for us? Strange. Wants us to find more.
Have you heard the rumor about our new Venator?
Check the back for me.
Yes, Lorelei.
Hey, Brooke.
Are we here for the Shadow Dragons?
I trade news with the Shadows, but it takes more than one source to get along here. Besides, I was doing this before they came knocking, before Varric, too, right here in Docktown.
Do you miss Minrathous?
The Alluvium makes it easy to get to.
That's not an answer.
Look, I know what Minrathous is.
But it's home.
It doesn't let go easy. I'll give it that. Come on. There's paper sellers all over here.
Want to see if they got your name right?
Most papers don't say much, but read between the lines and you pick up a thing or two. I'm not here as much lately. I'll take what news I can get. Let's grab a few copies. We'll see if we can find Balara's serials, too. All right, let's go.
So, before Varric, before the Shadows, you worked for...
Same as now. People who find me and have jobs are worth taking. Docktown people, runaways, the desperate.
And you do this on your own?
I've got contacts, informants, people I cross paths with, but at the end of the day, yeah, it's just me. Okay, keep an eye out for paper sellers. We'll start on the north side of Lower City.
How many do we need?
Don't worry, I'm paying. Let's get started.
We'll take a paper. Thanks.
Right here.
This one quotes several magisters, several lies.
How did you fall in with the Shadows?
I'd worked with some of them before. Not that they were upfront about it.
What changed?
I was after a missing person. The Viper was hunting slavers. Our paths had the same end.
And your missing person?
Free and breathing when we finished. The Shadows brought me in after that.
The Viper! More than one person. You'll read it here first.
One, please.
I'll save this one for the Viper. Hold on. There's still papers to buy on the north side. Let's stick around here.
Welcome. Here for a drink, a meal. I'll be with you right away. Enjoy.
You got it.
I came down here to procure particular items. I'm told Docktown is a discreet place to shop.
Please, return again.
Look around and you'll find something. We've got, I don't know, something you might need? When did we get this?
We'll get these ones later. Let's finish the north side first.
Another rebellion? Here's what we know. What happened in Marnus Pell? First-hand account.
I've got a contact who works this area. Let's see if he's around.
What about his... You've got a good eye.
Okay. The charm's good against all manner of curses and manipulation. Fair price. And you won't find better in the Circle District.
You won't find better at the Circle, but you will off the docks. For half the price and twice the enchantment.
Nev.
Alec?
Oh, if you say it's... thanks. I'll pass. Sorry.
Hey, if I'd known, I would have told you. Come back next week. I'll buy another paper.
I write them myself. The Magisters. They don't print the truth.
Most honest thing I'll hear today. What about you? Is it something you're buying, my friend?
Maybe another time. Today, I'm here to meet Nev's friends. Rook, by the way.
Friends? All right, then. Alec Tava. Does this mean we're even for...
No. But if you've got any news...
Not much that'd interest you.
We chased a relic through Docktown. The buyer was Venatori, but the smuggler belonged to the Thread Crime Syndicate. You're a Thread?
We don't deal with cultists. Your smuggler broke the rules. She's out.
And the Venatori?
There's been more in Docktown. Boss says it's under control. But between us, I don't like it.
Then it's worth keeping an eye on. If you hear anything...
So will you.
You know a member of the Thread Crime Syndicate, personally.
Don't tell me you're surprised.
With you? I thought surprise was a given.
Careful. Surprises here lead to trouble.
Trouble's not always a bad thing.
All right. Come on. If we want more gossip, we need more papers. Let's head to the south side.
You've lived in Docktown your whole life?
Since I was born. Unless I'm out of the city for a job. Had a few apartments around town. The current one, it's not the lighthouse, but it's mine.
You've been an investigator for a while.
It's not a short story.
We've made it this far. Is there a secret?
Trust people enough to get things done, not enough to get you killed.
And that's how you stay out of trouble.
No, but it's the best shot you've got. You know, Varric hired me not far from here. Come on, Slick. Stop a ritual. Save the world. It'll be fun. I should have said no.
The real news in Docktown. Get... He's here!
I think we've got enough.
What now?
Now I'm starving, and I know the best place in the city.
Doing all right?
Huh? Yeah.
The lighthouse doesn't have this.
What?
A view of the water. I don't know, it helps me think.
You! This fish won't eat itself. I said next time you were here it was free.
Sure thing, Hal. Next time.
Yeah, it's always something.
Joining Varric. Us. Do you really wish you'd said no?
No. I just have a bad habit of picking jobs that go sideways. I think I'd learn.
I'm the same way. Taking jobs that go wrong. I'm basically a walking disaster.
So you're saying I'm a disaster?
I'm saying you're not alone.
Tharic said this job would end with Solus. We'd stop a ritual, then I'd walk away. But those gods escaped. Not much of a win. And if the world falls, the city goes too. It's not like I'll find work then.
Is that why you said yes? To save Minrathous?
People will tell you Minrathous is broken. And they're right. It's corrupt, petty. Saving the world won't fix it. I take the small wins, Rook. Hal's serving fish another day, getting past the next scrape alive. Sometimes you're lucky. Sometimes you get more. But the tables always turn. It's better if you know it's coming.
We got in over our heads, didn't we?
Same old story.
The gods weren't a twist?
I've seen worse.
Then I'm glad you stuck around.
Misery loves company.
I am Jowen Glastrom, First Warden and Supreme Commander of Weishaupt. I received word of your team's request for Grey Warden assistance after an incursion of the Blight at Demeter's Crossing. I looked into you. An adventurous veil jumper, best known for discovering, then losing an invaluable map. I'd imagine that caused a certain resentment among your veil jumper superiors.
The expedition was in trouble. I knew going back to help my fellow jumpers likely meant losing that map. I wanted that ancient knowledge, but I wouldn't risk lives for it.
Explain to me how a veil jumper poking around in elven ruins unleashed the Blight.
Strong. It was an unfortunate side effect.
The Blight was a side effect?
Yes, of stopping the Dreadwolf elven god of lies from destroying the Veil. We did stop him, by the way. You're welcome.
I did not come here to listen to fairy tales. I am here because of the Blight.
Right, but it all ties together. See, when we disrupted the ritual, Solus got trapped in the Fade. But two of the elven gods got out. Elganon and Gillenane, we think. And they're blighted.
Why would elven gods be blighted?
The ancient elven gods used the Blight. That's why Solus imprisoned them. The point is that the gods are making the Blight worse. Demeter's Crossing was just the start. That's why we need the Grey Wardens.
I suspected more politicking from the remnants of the Inquisition. I see now that I was wrong.
I'm really glad to hear that.
It is clear that whatever you did to unleash the Blight has corrupted your already weak mind.
Okay, wait.
You will be taken to Weishaupt and placed under heavy guard until the danger you caused by unleashing the Blight passes.
Are you kidding me?
I assure you, I am deadly serious.
I don't have time to sit here and stroke your ego. You need to shut up and listen. The threat is real. The gods are coming, and they're bringing the Blight with them.
Let me tell you something about the Blight. It is evil, it is implacable, and above all, it is predictable. The Blight has not changed in over 1,000 years. The Grey Wardens will defeat it, as they always do. And we will do so without you causing confusion with your deranged conspiracy theories. I suggest you come along quietly.
Adamant Fortress 941, Dragon. The Grey Wardens attempted to raise an army of demons. Hardly the models of good judgment yourselves, are you?
Everyone knows Warden Commander Clarel acted alone at Adamant Fortress.
Acted alone, you say? Imagine if everyone were to see the letter I discovered where you authorize her actions. I wonder how that might complicate the narrative.
Are you prepared to risk the security of the Grey Wardens for this deluded boy?
You may be surprised to learn that I care very little about the security of the Grey Wardens.
Stay away from the Blight, and do not pester the Grey Wardens with any more of your nonsense.
He seems upset. Was it something I said?
That was close. Wasn't looking forward to being dragged off to a Grey Warden dungeon. Who should I be thanking for the assist?
Magister Dorian Parvis, at your service. A mutual friend thought you might require some support.
Mevaris Talani? Of the Shadow Dragons?
The very same.
What's your relation to the Shadow Dragons?
About a decade ago, Mevaris and I started a political faction called the Lucerni. We were going to change Tevinter for the better. Everyone would recognize the common sense benefits of our approach, and we'd all live happily ever after.
I take it that didn't happen.
Mevaris was framed, kicked out of the Magisterium, and the Lucerni were dissolved. So she took the movement underground.
The Shadow Dragons.
Since I still haunt the Magisterium, that makes me the Shadow Dragon's man on the inside.
So now what? The first Warden tried to have me locked up. I need the Wardens on my side.
Jowen Glastrom is not the Order. He's more politician than Warden. No Grey Warden worth the name sits in a Menrathus lounge sipping wine. You need the Wardens? Look for the ones out there fighting the Blight. In the meantime, the Shadow Dragons will keep a close watch on the Venatori. Good luck. I'm sure we'll see each other again soon.
Only the veil stood between us and a world of blighted darkness. But on this side, the gods could only tap a trickle. They had to turn that trickle into a flood. They sure could have used Solus's dagger to rip open the Fade. But some foolish mortal had taken it. So, they'd have to create a dagger of their own. Drowning the world in blight was just a matter of time.
I need to talk to Varric.
Does the Magisterium explain why it was wonderful?
Wasn't it a mistake? You know how finicky those magical defense systems can be.
Three seals here. You'll have more more powerful than the ones we saw before. It'll take more than a champion's essence to breach this. The dock's been fixed. The caretaker must be regaining control of the crossroads. Are you one spirit who moves around, or different spirits who all look the same?
As needed, dweller.
Right.
To other shores.
That scent. I can't place it.
Coffee. Like Ilario and I smelled in the kitchen where we grew up, but that cannot be right.
Could be magic from the ancient elves. The Anton. Here.
Let's get them.
First the Crossroads Guardians, now the Anton. Stay alert.
The path can be breached. Bring what the gods have hidden.
Watch ahead.
Let's finish this!
Knew you could do it, Rook.
Ready, Rook. On it.
Look, the statue that controls those bridges is broken.
Statues were built to last, but that just means they stay messed up for longer.
It doesn't matter. We can figure this out.
Here we go!
have company.
Looks like we're doing this.
It's not.
Look at the windows. You can imagine the colors in sunlight.
The crows send their regards.
The gods must have plans for them here too.
Oh, nicely done, Brooke.
Get out of there!
Clear.
Trouble coming.
Oh, is it time again?
For sure! Take this shot!
End it now.
Finish them off!
Since when do the Untap fight alongside undead?
No principles are sacred when gods demand a quick conquest.
On the job.
How did you learn to fix ancient elven things?
Trial and error, mostly. Take something apart, then try to put it back together again, you know?
It cannot be easy to know if you've done it right, when it never worked in the first place.
Sometimes it's less important to know what it was intended to do, and more about getting it to do what you want instead.
Snipers!
What's this? Looks like an entryway. Wait. What happened? This doesn't feel like the Fade, more like a dream, or...
Glad you made it here safely. I didn't love our odds without you.
Who, me?
All right. Everything's in place. We hit Algernon's island fortress tonight. This is our best chance to free the people he's enslaved. Get in, save as many as you can, and bring them back here to Sanctuary. Be fast and be safe. I'll meet you on the other side. Ben-Haral's scouting ahead. For freedom! For the Dread Wolf!
Sir, the Dread Wolf is testing his noble rebels against my stronghold. How courageous.
Those memories can hurt you. Take them down. Solus's memories. Elganon sent his guards to attack the Dread Wolf's rebels.
The bastard! I hope Solus won that fight.
You persist for naught. The people under my rule are not yours to plunder.
For God's sake.
see we all made it. Algernon's forces are making things interesting.
You, keep moving no matter what. Free those slaves. We'll take everyone else and give the guards something to think about.
We must be swift. Algernon is coming.
Solus sounded frightened.
Fear makes powerful memories.
No sign of a key.
This is all Fade logic. There's gotta be a way through.
Let's get that prison open.
Thank you all.
There's an alluvion nearby. We'll head there right away.
Go. The Dreadwolf must be waiting for you.
Quickly! Algernon approaches. Stop his guards. We need to buy time for the captives to get to safety. I will hold off Algernon himself for as long as I am able.
The vermin keep coming. Go. I will deal with that ragged wolf.
One last push.
There will be a reckoning for this Solus, no matter how far you run.
Let the big asshole rant. Everyone we freed is safe in the crossroads.
Without all of you, well, thank you. But can Elganon find us here?
He cannot. I have made sure of...
Solus?
Elganon is a powerful opponent. My apologies. It is of no consequence. What matters, my friends, is that today, all of us are free.
I think that's it. The memory ends here.
It's so strange seeing Solus back when he was a hero.
But it did not last.
His memories seem to condense into that statuette. There must be more to this.
Why crows, specifically?
Sorry, what was that?
I mean, why choose that animal? Why not the Antivan wolves, or the Antivan tigers, oh, or the Antivan dragons?
Someone couldn't resist their wordplay, you know? A group of crows is called a murder.
Oh, that's clever.
what happened at Demeter's Crossing spreads.
Not much we can do to
The
stop
whole
them.
village? Don't be shy. Take a gander. Come back anytime.
When did the troubles begin?
Recently, around the time Solus's ritual went wrong.
Careful ahead.
Everything is in there. Our lives, our memories. Trapped. Can't get out. Oh, it hurts. It's dark. Please. They didn't know what to do. They didn't want to die. Stop the thoughts. Stop the fears. Quiet, please. Make it quiet.
It's really upset, and if it stays like this, it could turn into a demon, I mean.
Could this spirit sense the agony of the Dalish who recently died in the forest?
Help them. Help me. No way out. No way through.
A Hala statuette. They died holding this. And all these Hala corpses. Didn't that spirit say something about Hala?
Gillenane was revered as mother of the Hala. The Hala is her symbol, or was anyway. The these people were trapped in the tower and got lost. Then...
Stay in cover. They're at range.
Finish them off!
Nicely done,
A broken alluvian over there. No. He couldn't stop it from corrupting everything around it, including himself.
Oh, I don't like this alluvian. It's wrong. If it wasn't already smashed, I'd do it myself.
Trouble coming.
Miss Aravel has seen better days.
The Dalish caravans use these to move around. I hope no one was hurt.
It's completely burned. That must have been a big fire. And this scorched relic, is this what started the blaze?
That spirit could have sensed what happened here.
Ranged incoming!
Everyone still alive?
They came in for shelter and couldn't get out. The spirit probably felt their fear too. Huh. A giant owl. Must be something to this. What is it about?
For sure. I'm on it.
What the heck? Whole forest is weird. Here goes nothing. Look at that. There we go.
Watch ahead.
Everyone attack!
Time to work! End this!
Missiles entirely.
That probably hurt!
Those statues don't look right.
They aren't statues. Those were people.
We've always heard rumors about people turning into plants and other things, but it's happening more now.
We saw another one of these corpses earlier. It must be happening all over, and the spirit must have sensed it. So many dead. So many things left behind. I wonder if we could somehow memorialize them. Let's head back to that spirit. Maybe we can ease its distress somehow. We might be able to restore that bridge.
A useful shortcut if we ever need it.
this. I bet it came in handy. You have to hand it to the ancient elves. They love their statues. Such craftsmanship. Handmade from stone.
You can quit now, Rook.
This could be one of the Evanuris. Might even be Gillenane or Algernon.
They weren't gods. They don't deserve statues. Lucanus, you work with your grandmother and cousin, right? So is a crow house usually all family?
Not entirely, but yes, most of the house's leaders will be family, either by blood or by adoption.
Most, but not everyone?
Houses recruit all the time, from armies or the trades, and we steal promising crows from each other, too. Stay with the house long enough, and you'll get a family name, though.
So you're like Dalish clans, but with murder.
Assassination, please. We get paid. Murderers are hobbyists.